Oh.
Hello,
Hello, how are you tonight?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing.
Hello.
Hi, Lena. How are you tonight?
Very well. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. And you?
Oh, fine. Very well. I'm fine.
Are you still in Venezuela?
Yes.
Are you having a good time with your family?
Very well. With
Good.
my family.
Good.
Okay. How much for you?
Oh, it was right here.
Mhm.
And it's doing much better. I still have to be careful, but it is much better.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
And Norma just said that her husband is sick. And so they're at the doctor. That's Norma Guzman.
Norma Guzman, yes.
So we need to,
and Nancy? And Nancy?
I haven't heard from her today, but yesterday she thanked me for the invitation.
Oh,
So
invitation.
I'm expecting her to be here.
Okay.
And I haven't seen Concepcion in a while.
Conception. Okay.
Let's see. Lisa and Lilia, I think, are going to do something else. I haven't seen Damaris in a while. So it's been mostly you and Nancy and Lilia, but I think Lilia is going to do something else, and Norma. And
Okay.
come a lot. But her husband's sick, she said. She just sent me a message and said that her husband's sick.
Okay.
We'll have to pray for him. When you came on, I was getting ready to say that I'm starting, so.
So,
So I'll send that I'm starting class.
Okay. What pay? What pay?
Um,
What number? What number?
in the textbook, page 120.
Okay. Okay. 120.
Right.
120.
And in the workbook, page 78. And here's
Okay.
Nancy.
Okay.
Hello, Nancy. How are you?
I'm fine, and you?
I'm fine. I just got a message from Norma that her husband's sick. And so they're at the doctor. So we need to pray for them.
Okay. Hi, Lina.
Her picture's frozen.
Yes.
Lena, I think you need to get your grandson again. Well, here she is now. Her grandson had to come and get it going. So
Sorry. Okay.
we were just going over different ones. Now, Lilia, I think she would do better in an in-person class. So her daughter is going to start taking her to a church there in Hendersonville that has
Ah,
class.
and this is class. Okay. Okay.
All right. So,
Okay.
and actually, I think I've heard from everyone. We haven't seen Damaris in a while, or Concepcion in a while. So I guess we'll just go ahead and start. Just a minute, I got another message.
Here, Nancy Concepcion.
I haven't seen her in a while.
Okay.
Okay. So let's share the screen.
Pay is number.
Just a minute. Just a minute and I'll show you.
No, 120. Okay, okay.
In the workbook 78
120. Okay, okay.
and in the other book 78.
Okay, okay.
And we're
Thank
going
you.
to
Thank
start.
you.
We're going to
Thank
start
you.
in the workbook.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Are everyone ready to start? Our verse tonight is "Come to me and I will give you rest." Matthew 11:28.
Okay.
I can all
Come to
sorts of
me.
things.
Okay. Come to me and I will give you rain. Matthew 11:28.
Yes, I can do all sorts of things that are supposed to be restful, but the most restful thing I can do is go to church or read my Bible or pray.
Okay.
That's the most restful thing I can do, which is basically coming to him. Let me just mark Nancy as here before I forget. But don't forget to pray for Norma and her husband. Okay, what are our vowels?
A,
A,
E,
E,
I,
I,
O,
O,
U.
U.
Okay, And we'll start in the workbook, page 78.
Okay.
All right, and then I'm going to go over some of the other words that we have studied over time, because sometimes we forget and then they come back and we don't remember. Okay, to, just T-O, indicates motion. Going to work, to school, going to study, something like that.
Mm.
But if you add an extra O, T-O-O, that means also
Oh,
I am going to do dishes and do the laundry too, as well as also.
okay.
Or it could mean excessively, like too much.
Too much.
Oh dear,
Okay.
I put too
Okay.
much water in my bottle
Okay.
and it flowed
Okay.
over.
Too much.
And then the TWO, it sounds the same. It's two. It's the number two.
It's the number 2.
All right. Then there's some that are very, very similar, but completely different. Then with the E in it is a point in time. Then we'll start English class. Then I'll go to the grocery store.
Mhm.
But then with the A
Yeah.
in it is
Yeah.
comparison.
Comparison. Okay.
This bottle and this bottle is more full than this bottle.
Okay, comparison.
It's comparing.
Comparing.
Then there's
Comparing.
3 words that sound the same, but they mean completely different. There is a place. Gallatin, Springfield, Nashville, there. There, with they are, you're talking about they are studying English.
They are, they on the possessive. Okay.
And there means possessive. It belongs to them. That is their house. That is their car. That is their book. It belongs to them, and it's plural. It's not just one, it's 2 or more, so it's plural. It belongs to them. Then a couple of words that sound the same but mean different are your, it belongs to you. Their is belonging to them, possessive. Your belongs to you. That's your book. Those are your children. They belong to you. Then your, with the apostrophe RE, is you are. You're going to school today, aren't you? You're going to study English, aren't you? You are.
You are.
Then were is the past tense of are. It's doing something. We were studying English last week. We weren't studying English last week. Okay, it's the past tense of are. We are, yesterday we were. Then with an apostrophe in it, it's the contraction of we are. We are going to study English tonight. You put an H in it and it's where, that's a place. Gallatin, Springfield, Venezuela, that's a place.
Okay.
Then where is to have clothes on. So here's a lot of similar words, but they don't mean exactly the same. And I find some of that true in Spanish as well. When I'm just listening to someone, sometimes I cannot understand because I'm not hearing the differences. And this is one of the things that makes it better in understanding someone is to know those differences.
Mhm.
Okay. So, oh, no, it's 76, 78. All right. So in the workbook, page 78, it has a bunch of pictures.
Okay,
And then at the top, it has words. So fill in the blanks under the pictures with what they are.
Working página 78. Workbook, página 78. Acción, okay. Is there, are there?
Porque me gusta esto, porque si me llaman, no me levanto y no te tengo que...
Okay. So Lena, what's number 1?
Number 1. Okay. Washing machine.
Yes. And Nancy, what's number 2?
Dishwasher.
And number 3, Lena?
Dresser.
And number 4, Nancy?
Stove.
And number 5, Lena?
Bed.
And number 6, Nancy?
Sofa.
And number 7, Lena?
Refrigerator.
And number 8, Nancy?
Dryer.
And number 9, Lena?
Lamps.
And number 10, Nancy?
Chair.
And number 11, Lena?
Table.
And number 12, Nancy?
Sink.
Okay, any questions?
No question.
All right. Then the next part is page 79. It says complete the questions and the answers. This is using that to be verb. And in the to be verb or any verb, you put the verb first when you're asking a question, and you put it later when you're answering the question. But with the to be verb, is talking about one person, one other person. Is Concepcion here? Is is Lena in Venezuela?
Yes.
And
Yes.
so she would say, yes, I am in Venezuela.
Yes, I am in Venezuela.
Okay. So you have 6, you have questions and answers. You put for the question, you put the is or are first, and you put there for the answer first.
Is there a thing? Yes, there is.
Okay, but Nancy hasn't done hers yet, so just let's give her a chance to do it.
Are there? No. There.
Nancy?
She's busy working.
Yes, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second.
She hasn't had chance to do it yet.
Okay.
All right. So the other thing is, remember the beginning of a sentence, the first letter in the sentence is always capitalized.
Mhm.
So on number 1, the question, the I is capitalized, and on 2, the Y of the yes is capitalized. Okay, so Nancy, number 2.
Are there any tables? No.
Uh-huh.
And,
No.
there aren't. Okay.
Wait a minute. What's your answer?
Okay. Is no. I have a difficult with this. With is negative.
Okay, aren't.
Aren't.
Yes.
Aren't.
No, there aren't.
No, they are no.
That's right. That's what it means, but the contraction is aren't.
Aren't.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So number 3, Lena.
Are there any chain? No, they are. No, they are not
That's right.
any chain. Any chain.
That's right. No, there aren't.
No, they are not. Okay.
Okay, number 4, Nancy.
Is there a dryer? No, there isn't.
Good. That's right. You're hesitant, but it's right.
Okay.
Dryer.
And number 5, Lena.
Are there any beds? Yes, there are.
Okay. And number 6, Nancy.
Is there a washing machine? Yes, there is.
Okay. So it was just the isn't and aren't.
Isn't.
Those are the only ones that are problem.
Aren't.
And basically, since they are, it's not are not, it's putting the words together. The sound is different. It's not are not, it's aren't.
Aren't.
So it changes a little bit.
Hmm.
Okay, any questions?
Any question?
So just a minute, and I have to play track 45.
45. Mhm.
I thought I got to it, but it didn't. Okay, here we go. All right. So we'll listen to it twice, and then if we need to listen to it again, we will. And basically, you're going to circle the one that they say.
79. Exercise C. Listen. Circle A or B. 1. Is there a stove in the apartment?
Yes, there is.
2.
Are there any lamps in the apartment?
No, there aren't. 3. Are there any chairs in the apartment?
Yes, there are.
4.
Is there a washing machine in the apartment?
No, there isn't. 5. Are there any tables in the apartment?
No, there aren't.
6.
Is there a bed in the apartment?
Yes, there is.
Okay, now it may take 3 or 4 times because it goes so fast.
Mhm.
Page 79. Exercise C. Listen. Circle A or B. 1. Is there a stove in the apartment?
Yes, there is.
2.
Are there any lamps in the apartment?
No, there aren't. 3. Are there any chairs in the apartment?
Yes, there are.
4.
Is there a washing machine in the apartment?
No, there isn't. 5. Are there any tables in the apartment?
No, there aren't.
6.
Is there a bed in the apartment?
Yes, there is.
Okay, you want me to play it again?
I'm confused on this on this exercise.
Okay, I'll stop after number 1 and we'll discuss it.
Okay.
Page 79. Exercise C. Listen. Circle A or B. 1. Is there a stove in the apartment?
Yes.
Yes, there is a stove in the apartment.
Okay, it gives a full answer written down here. What it gives on the tape, on the CD, is just the short answer. Yes,
Okay.
there is, or no, there isn't. But in this answer, it goes ahead and fills out the whole sentence. There is a stove in the apartment. So all they say on the CD is, yes, there is, but the whole sentence is, yes, there is a stove in the apartment.
Okay. In this exercise, I select the answer.
Yes, you select what it says. It gives a question and then it gives an answer. And so you select the one that's the answer.
Okay. Please, again.
Yes, ma'am. Once I heard it, I realized, oh, this is one of those that's hard. So, and we can do it 3, 4, 5 times, whatever it takes. Okay?
Okay.
Don't
Okay.
feel bad about me needing it again.
Okay.
Okay, here's number 2.
2.
Are there any lamps in the apartment?
No, there aren't.
No.
3. Are there any chairs in the apartment?
Yes, there are.
4.
Is there a washing machine in the apartment?
No, there isn't. 5. Are there any tables in the apartment?
No, there aren't.
6.
Is there a bed in the apartment?
Yes, there is.
Okay.
Okay, one of the good things is that you're hearing the isn't and aren't
Mhm.
several times, and that's very helpful. Okay, so I'll play it again.
One more, yes, one more.
Page 79, exercise C. Listen, circle A or B. 1. Is there a stove in the apartment?
Yes, there is.
2.
Are there any lamps in the apartment?
No, there aren't.
No. No.
3. Are there any chairs in the apartment?
Yes, there are.
4.
Is there a washing machine in the apartment?
No, there isn't. 5. Are there any tables in the apartment?
No, there aren't.
No. No.
6.
Is there a bed in the apartment?
Yes,
Yes.
there is.
Okay, do I need to play it again?
I'm ready. Yeah, I saw.
Okay, Lena, you're okay?
Yes.
All right. So, Nancy, go ahead and read both sentences and then tell what the correct answer is.
Okay,
Because that is going to give you a little bit more practice.
okay. Okay, number 1. There is a stove in the apartment. There, letter B. There isn't a stove in the apartment. The correct is letter A.
That's right.
Okay.
Okay, so Lena, number 2.
There are a lamp in the apartment. Yes, there are. B. There are no lamps in the apartment.
So what's the correct answer?
Letter B.
What's the correct answer, Lena?
2. There are a lamp in the apartment. No, there is lamp in the apartment.
Okay, so letter B is the correct answer.
Yes.
All right, and number 3, Nancy?
Okay. Letter A, there are chairs in the apartment. There aren't any chairs in the apartment. The letter correct is the letter A. No, letter B. Oh,
Okay, we'll listen to it again and stop it after 3.
okay.
Page 81,
Whoops.
exercise, page 81, page 8, page 79, exercise C. Listen, circle A or B. 1. Is there a stove in the apartment?
Yes, there is.
2.
Are there any lamps in the apartment?
No, there aren't.
So that's number 2 is B.
Okay.
3.
Are there any chairs in the apartment?
Yes,
Yes.
there are.
Uh-oh, I'm wrong.
No, there are.
Is-
Okay,
The correct is letter A?
is A. Yes, you're
Okay.
correct.
Okay.
I was wrong. Also, is it helpful to go through it one at a time? Is that helpful or no?
No, continue.
Okay, so number 4.
Okay.
4.
Is there a washing machine in the apartment?
No, there isn't.
Okay, letter B.
5. Are there any tables in the apartment?
No, there aren't.
6.
Is there a bed in the apartment?
Yes, there is.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so Lena, number 4.
There is washing machine in the apartment? No there.
Okay, so it's letter B, right?
There is no washing machine in the apartment.
Okay. And number 5, Nancy?
Number 5, letter A, there are tables in the apartment. Letter B, there aren't any tables in the apartment. The letter correct is letter B.
Yes. And number 6, Lena?
There's RV in the apartment? Yes, there is. B, there is no bed in the apartment.
Okay, so it's letter A.
Mhm.
Okay, now to the other book. Sometimes I feel like I need more hands. I'm sure there are times when you feel that too. Okay, so in the other book, page 120,
20.
oh, here's something that in this part, it talks about the addresses
Mhm.
and some of the abbreviations you're going to see
Three.
for addresses.
Mhm.
So in the book, it has it all written out. But if you look at the street signs, it's not written out. It's short.
Mhm.
So if it's street, it's going to say ST.
Mhm.
If it's lane, it's going to say LN. If it's road, it's going to say RD. If it's drive, it's going to say DR. If it's avenue, it's going to say AVE. If it's boulevard, it's going to say BLVD. If it's point, it's going to say PT. If it's pike, it's going to be PK. And if it's highway, it's HWY.
Mhm.
And like I live on Martindale Drive. So on my sign, it has the DR. And near me, there is a street that's called something point, and it's the PT. Okay, any questions?
No.
So now on page 120 in the text, it says, look, oh, let me change the CD. It says, look at the addresses, listen and point, listen and repeat. Okay,
Page 120. Exercise A. Listen and point. 1. 1498 Bank Street. 2. 34 Park Avenue. 3. 527 Lake Drive. 4. 910 River Road. 5. 14 Cherry Lane. 6. 5 City Boulevard. Listen and repeat. 1. 1498 Bank Street.
1498 Bank Street.
2.
1498 Main Street.
34 Park Avenue.
Mhm.
3. 527 Lake Drive.
527 Light Drive. Trade Drive.
4. 910 River Road.
19.
19 River Road.
5. 14 Cherry Lane.
14.
14 Cherry Lane.
6. 5 City Boulevard.
5.
5 City Boulevard.
Okay, do you see on number 1, the Bank Street? It's a 4-digit number.
Mhm.
And instead of saying it like you normally would, 1,498, they break it up into 2 sets of 2, 14 and 98. Then on number 4, they said the 9 separate and then the 10.
Okay.
And that's pretty much the way that they'll break it up. Now, my address is 1701, so I don't really break it up that much. But the people down the street, it's 1743, it's 17 and 43. And that's just kind of the way that people will say the numbers for the addresses. Okay, any questions?
My address is 2325 Nashville Pike.
Right.
Okay. Okay.
And the Pike, don't they have on the sign just the PK?
No, I not remember.
Okay, probably that's what they have. Probably they don't have it all spelled out Pike. It's just PK.
I'm assignment for the next class.
Okay, all right. And actually, Pike is short. They used to actually have a turnpike. In other words, you had to pay a toll at one end and you went so far and got off your end. And the turnpike you paid a toll for, but they changed it when it was no longer a turnpike and just shortened it to Pike.
I'm confused with the drive because
Estoy
in Spanish,
confundida.
the doctor abbreviature is DR. I think.
Oh, yes, yes.
Estoy
That's right.
confundida, Nancy. Yo quiero que me explique cómo es la letter B.
Lee la letra 2, la 2 de los dibujos.
¿En donde los dibujos? No. Ahí estoy bien en los dibujos. Yo estoy en la letra D. Listen for the círculo.
Ay, que todavía no lo ha puesto, Lina. Todavía ya no lo ha puesto. Todavía no lo ha puesto.
Ok, está bien, está bien.
Mrs. Wanda, Lina say that she confused because she think that the SSR letter B
Okay.
is down.
It says letter B down here, and that is a little confusing. But when you're talking about the DR, okay, it's Dr. Matthew, you know, the man's name, Dr. Matthew. And then if it's a street name, you have the name first, Martindale, and then Drive.
Okay. In English, the abbreviature to doctor is the same, DR.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
I think that are MD.
Okay, the DR stands for doctor. And then the MD says medical doctor. There's also chiropractic doctor, which is CD.
Okay.
And there's other initials at the end that tell what their training is. So the MD at the end says that that man or woman was trained as a medical doctor.
Okay. Okay. But I'm confused with, I think they are a doctor, example, Nashville doctor.
And that's where it's confusing. You have to know what it's talking about. And that's part of learning English. But usually, like if I'm talking about my doctor, I'm talking about Dr. Matthew.
Okay.
Or if I'm talking about the street, I'm talking about Martindale Drive.
Okay, okay.
And the DR is going to be after the
The
name,
name. Okay.
whereas the doctors be going to be before the name.
Okay, it's good. Thank you.
Okay.
Yes, okay.
And I know that in Spanish, you have your conventions, you do it a certain way. Well, in English, we have our conventions. And anytime that these conventions are confusing, just ask and I'll try to explain. I can't promise every time, but I'll try. All right. So now are we on part B?
Okay.
All right. So it's listen for the address. And again, I'll play it at least twice, more if necessary. And if you look on number 1, it's the numbers that are different. See, A is 207, B is 270.
Mhm.
And so it's the numbers that you're going to really watch for.
Okay.
Page 120, exercise B. Listen for the address. Circle A or B. 1. 270 John Lane. 2. 15 City Street. 3. 1460 3rd Avenue. 4. 60 Park Drive. 5. 319 Sun Boulevard.
Now, do you hear that it's the numbers that you're listening for on this one?
Mhm.
And on some of them, like number 4, it's a completely different number. On most of, on most of them, it's just the numbers twisted. But on part number 4, it's a completely different number.
Mhm.
So let's play it again.
Page 120, exercise B. Listen for the address. Circle A or B. 1. 270 John Lane. 2. 15 City Street. 3. 1460 3rd Avenue. 4. 60 Park Drive. 5. 319 Sun Boulevard.
Do I need to play it again?
No, it's okay for me.
No.
Okay. So go ahead and say A and B because that's practice, but then tell us which is the right answer.
Okay.
Okay. So Lena, number 1.
Number 1, letter B.
And go ahead and read what it says.
Lina, lea las dos para practicar. Lea las dos y después dice la que es correcta.
Okay. 207 John Lane. 270 June Lane. B is B.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. And number
Okay.
2, Nancy.
Letter A, 15 City Street. Letter B, 51 City Street. Letter A is the correct.
Yes. And it's confusing because it's so similar. I think
Mhm.
that's why they did it, because it is so, they're making it similar on purpose, because this is how confusing it can be to find an address.
Mhm.
All right, number 3, Lena.
1460 Sir Avenue. 1640 Sir Avenue is A.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, and number 4, Nancy.
Letter A, 40 Park Drive. Letter B, 60 Park Drive. The correct is letter B, 60 Park Drive.
And then Lena, number 5.
Number 5, 309 Sun Boulevard. B, 319 Sun Boulevard. Is A. Is A.
No, letter B.
B.
Yes.
No.
Okay,
No.
let's play it. Let's play it.
20.
I can't play just a
Exercise B.
part, but listen and
Listen
we'll
to
play.
Es
the
B.
address.
Está bien. Es B, correcto.
A or B.
Okay, okay.
1.
Es B.
270 John Lane. 2. 15 City Street.
Okay.
3. 1460 3rd Avenue. 4. 60 Park Drive.
319.
5. 319 Sun Boulevard.
Yes.
Okay.
Es B. Okay.
Mrs. Wanda, number 5, letter A is
Es B.
309 or 309.
Most people are going to say 309,
Okay.
but if there's a confusion between the letter and the number, say the number as 0.
Okay. 309. Okay.
But most people are going to say 309.
And the number of telephone is the same. Say 0, because example, my phone number have 20. And for me, it's trouble too. 615-710-03. It's como 00. Okay.
But a lot of people will say it, oh, but it's much more clear if you say the number as 0.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
And
Okay.
especially if there's any possibility of a confusion. Now you're talking about a telephone number, it's going to be a number.
Okay.
But when you're talking about an address, sometimes it could be confusing whether you say a 0 or an O.
Okay.
So it's a clarity issue, making yourself most clear.
Okay.
Okay, any other questions?
No, thank you. No.
All right, this next section is another one. You're going to write down the number. They're going to say the address, you're going to write down the number. So it'll take at least twice to listen to it, and if it needs more, we'll do more.
Page 120, exercise C. Listen, complete the addresses. 1. 75 Sandy Boulevard. 2. 1325 West Avenue. 3. 5 Main Street. 4. 836 Jones Road. 5. 1514 North Drive. 6. 26 Town Lane.
Now I'm going to play it again.
Page 120, exercise C. Listen, complete the addresses. 1. 75 Sandy Boulevard. 2. 1325 West Avenue. 3. 5 Main Street. 4. 836 Jones Road. 5. 1514 North Drive. 6. 26 Town Lane.
Do I
Please,
need?
again, I'm confused.
Yes, yes.
I'm writing 2 numbers.
Yeah, things like this, all of this part, it's confusing. And so we can play it as many times as necessary.
Please.
Page 121. Page 120. Exercise C. Listen, complete the addresses. 1. 75 Sandy Boulevard. 2. 1325 West Avenue.
13.
14.
3. 5 Main Street. 4. 836 Jones Road. 5. 1514 North Drive.
14.
6. 26 Town Lane. 120.
Whoops.
I'm confused in number 2 and number 5.
Well, let's just play them again.
Page 120. Exercise C. Listen, complete the addresses. 1. 75 Sandy Boulevard. 2. 1325 West Avenue.
25.
13, 14, 13, 13.
3. 5 Main Street.
836.
4.
5.
836 Jones Road. 5. 1514 North Drive.
50, 14.
6. 26 Town Lane.
'Ay!
Do you want me to play it again?
Please, please.
120. Exercise C. Listen. Complete the addresses. 1. 75 Sandy Boulevard.
Okay. Ahora.
2. 1325 West Avenue.
13. This.
3. 5 Main Street.
Mainstream.
4.
5.
836 Jones Road.
¿Y ahora?
5. 1514 North Drive.
1514. 1514.
6. 26 Town Lane. Page 120.
Ah,
Page 120.
Okay. 54. Okay. I'll try.
okay. Let's do it this way. I'll read them and I'll have them written down here.
Okay.
Like number 1 is 75 Sandy Lane. And here's the 75.
Okay, no problem with this.
So number 2, 1325 West Avenue.
Okay, it's 13. Okay.
This is
Two,
what it should
please,
look
please,
like.
Number 2, please. Number 2. Okay.
1325. This is what it should look like.
Okay, okay.
13 con 14.
Okay, well, just a minute, we'll get to 14.
Okay.
All right, and then number 3 is 5 Main Street.
Okay.
That's the easiest one.
Mm-hmm.
Number 4 is 836 Jones Road.
Okay. And number 5?
1514.
15, 14. No 40. 15, 14.
Es uno, 1.
Okay. It's more difficult for me this.
This is what it should look like.
Okay, 15, 14. Okay. 15, 14.
And because it has the teen on it,
Mhm.
you put the 1 in the front.
Okay.
Mhm.
It was, if it's 50, you would have the 0 behind the 5.
Okay.
So 15 has the 1 in front, 50 has the 0 behind.
Similar. The sounds similar for me.
Okay,
Okay.
that's why it takes practice. It doesn't just sink in.
Practice.
You have to use
Mucha practice.
It's the same.
Mucha
Number,
practice.
when I listen the number, it's different.
Okay, and number 6 is 26.
Okay, it's okay. Ugh,
So here are the numbers.
yes. 75. Number 2 and number 5. Okay.
All right. And then when you're talking about one of something, you could say a bottle, like a bottle,
Mhm.
a crochet hook, a pencil. But if the word it's following starts with a vowel, you say an.
And
I
apple and apple.
don't think I have anything that starts with a vowel. But anyway, if it starts with a vowel, you use the an. It means the same thing. It means the one, it means the a, but it makes a little bit more sense when you use the an. And I can't think of right now a word that,
Apple.
okay. So you could say a apple or an apple. An
And
apple
Con
is just
apple.
easier to say.
okay.
An apple.
Umbrella.
An
And
apple.
umbrella.
Yes.
Woven.
Ants
Yes.
and ants.
An apple.
An apple.
Okay. Ants. Okay. Okay.
It's just, it's easier to say than a apple, a umbrella, a ant,
If the pronunciation is
and,
and,
like
and,
um,
and, okay. Okay.
you just
Like,
leave the D off of and.
rayos.
Okay.
Okay.
Any more questions?
No, I have too much question. For this, no, for all things in English.
There
Sorry.
can't be too much questions.
That-
It means you're trying to learn.
Thank you. No, for
Okay.
this, I don't have question. It's the other thing with the English. Oh my God.
The thing of it is, you're learning. If you didn't have questions, you couldn't learn.
Mhm.
You wouldn't be learning. It's
Mrs.
just a fact.
Mrs. Wanda, I going to the church the Sunday in English. Yesterday, I was in the church in English. It's very difficult with me, but I go to the church in English, not in Spanish, in English. I'm trying.
And are you learning?
I so.
No.
It's work. It's a lot of work. And the thing of it is, the more you use your English, the better it'll be. If you don't use it, you'll lose it. I don't know if I told you, but this one lady, she was learning very well. In fact, her daughter was teaching her, and they were working together, and she was learning very well. And then when COVID came, she quit learning. And the last time I talked with her, she could hardly talk with me in English.
I'm trying
And
to.
I don't know that much Spanish. We had a horrible time just saying hello, how are you, how's your family? Because she had not practiced, she lost it.
Mhm.
It takes a lot of work to learn a new language. And some of there was this one lady that I worked with in person. She knows 5 languages before English.
Wow. Oh my God.
So I thought she was extra special. And I didn't feel bad about her struggling with English because she's already done all of this. So, and she wasn't the only one. There's this other one. She wasn't in my class, but she's from Myanmar. And that's one of those Asian countries. And she already knew 4 or 5 languages.
Wow.
So I admire anybody who's learning a new language. I have trouble enough learning mine.
Continue, continue. Really, I improved my air. Listen the English, understand. I improved this. Okay,
Yes.
I improved my vocabulary.
Yes.
My pronunciation.
Well, there at church, you're mostly listening.
Okay.
Now, if you went to the Sunday school class and you had to talk, that might help. Or if you had a time when you only spoke English with your sons, that might help. Okay, are we ready to go on?
Yes.
So on page 21 or 121, there is a conversation. And you look at the picture there, it looks like the man is thinking about something. And we've been talking about addresses, we've been talking about apartments and things like that. So that's what is being talked about.
121. Exercise D. Listen.
I'm looking for an apartment.
Oh, there's an apartment for rent on my block.
What's the address?
It's 1630 River Street.
How much is the rent?
It's $700 a month. Listen and repeat.
I'm looking for an apartment.
I'm looking for an apartment.
I'm looking for an apartment.
There's an apartment for rent on my block.
Oh, there's an
There-
apartment for
Oh,
rent.
there's an apartment for rent on my block.
What's the address?
What's the address?
It's 60 River Street.
It's 1630 River Street.
It's
16 1 6 3 0 River Street.
River Street. 1630 River Street. My God.
How much is the rent?
How much in the rent?
It's 700 a month.
It's $700 a month.
It's $700
$100 a month.
month.
A month.
Month.
It's
Now,
$700 a month.
you don't
A
have
month.
to say the dollars if it's obvious you're talking about money. If it's not clear, then you need the dollars in there. So you could say it's 700 a month because you're talking about money, you're talking about the rent. But if it's not clear, always use the dollars.
Okay.
All right, any questions? All right, so Lena, UBA, and Nancy, UBB.
Okay. I am looking for an apartment.
Oh, there's an apartment for rent on my block.
What is the address?
It's 1630 River Street.
How much is the rent?
It's $700 a month.
Oh, thank
Okay, so-
you.
Nancy, you're A, and Lena, you're B.
I'm looking for an apartment.
On there is an apartment for rent on my block.
What's the address?
It is 1630 River Street.
How much is the rent?
It is 700 a month.
Okay, now Lena, you're A, and Nancy's B.
I am looking for an apartment.
Oh, there's an apartment for rent on my block.
What is the address?
It's 1630 River Street.
How much is the rent?
It's $700 a month.
Okay, now Nancy's A and Lena's B.
I'm looking for an apartment.
And there an apartment for rent on my block.
What's the address?
It is 1630 River Street.
How much is the rent?
It is 700 a month.
Okay, do we need to do it again?
One more.
Okay, so now Nancy will be, wait a minute. No, Lena will be A and Nancy will be B.
Okay.
I am looking for an apartment.
Oh, there's an apartment for rent on my block.
What is the address?
It's 6030 River Street.
How much in the rent?
It's $700 a month.
Okay, so now then, Nancy's A and Lena's B.
I'm looking for an apartment.
And there is an apartment for rent on my block.
What's the address?
It is 1630 River Street.
How much is the rent?
It is 700 a month.
Okay, do we need to do it again?
Lina, again?
Huh?
Again, otra vez, Lina.
No.
Okay, all right. Then part E says, listen again, circle yes or no. And so there's a sentence here, and is it what the conversation says? It's yes. If it's not what the conversation says, it's no.
Page 121. Exercise E. Listen again. Circle yes or no.
I'm looking for an apartment.
Oh, there's an apartment for rent on my block.
What's the address?
It's 1630 River Street.
How much is the rent?
It's $700 a month.
Do I need to play it again?
For me, no.
Lena, do I need to play it again?
Repeat.
Okay,
Page 121. Exercise E. Listen again. Circle yes or no.
I'm looking for an apartment.
Oh, there's an apartment for rent on my block.
What's the address?
It's 1630 River Street.
How much is the rent?
It's $700 a month.
Okay.
okay,
Okay.
all right. So Nancy,
Thank you.
number one, read the whole sentence in the yes or no.
Okay. There is an apartment for rent on the woman's block? No. It's in the
Nancy, ¿cómo se pronuncia el 1260?
1216 River Street. 12 de
12,
2,
ajá,
60,
12,
12,
60,
60, 60.
60. Ah, 60. Okay. The
All right,
address
Lena?
is 12 60 River Street. Is no.
Is 16, 30.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. And then number 3. Nancy?
The rent is $700 a month. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, any questions?
No question.
All right, now that next part is including the ads. We've got 10 minutes. What do you think? Do you want to do that next part or no?
Okay.
Lina, faltan 10 minutos. ¿Seguimos a la próxima parte o lo dejamos para la semana que viene?
Lo podemos dejar para la parte que viene porque ya esta está lista.
Okay. She said
La
the-
otra es la práctica de conversación y es más larga.
Mrs. Wanda, she said the next week continue with the letter G.
Okay. So that's kind of what I was thinking. I didn't think that we really had enough time, but I wanted to ask. So we will start here next week. And everybody have a good week
Thank you.
and practice your English.
Thank you.
I'll tell you, I am tired tonight. This is not the only class I did. All right. This morning at 10, I had a class. And then at 12:30, I had a class. At 3, I had a class. At 4, I had a class. And at 5, I had a class.
Wow.
So I'm just a little bit tired.
Okay.
Tenemos clases todo el tiempo.
No, Mrs. Wanda, teaching.
Yeah, I had a class. The thing with it is, I get paid for those classes.
Okay.
So my income, I lost a lot of my income. And my nephew out in Albuquerque, New Mexico, like 1,000 miles away, he told me
Oh, Mexico. Oh.
New Mexico,
Uh-huh.
between Texas and Arizona, in the United States. But he told me about this company that a friend of his was doing this, and it's been very helpful. It's been very helpful. I couldn't have paid the mortgage, let alone, groceries and everything else. So, but sometimes I'm a little tired. And tonight, if I didn't make sense, I'm sorry, but I'm tired.
Okay. Don't worry. See you the next week.
So have
Entonces,
a
¿cuándo
good
nos
week.
vemos, Nancy?
Bye, Lina. ¿Cuándo usted regresa?
¿Ah?
¿Cuándo usted regresa? ¿O se queda en Venezuela?
¿Cuándo me regreso? A ver, allá.
Ajá.
Pero todavía no, porque yo me vine yéndole el frío, Nancy.
Mira que está haciendo frío.
Entonces estoy acá. Dime ahora cuándo vamos a volver a clase el próximo lunes.
Yes. The next,
Okay.
okay, the next week.
A
Mrs.
la
Wanda,
misma hora tenemos clase.
give me 1 second. Mrs. Wanda, Lina asked the next class is the next week at the same time.
Yes.
She say she in Venezuela because she don't like the cool. The temperature.
Oh, okay. You know, we've had 2 days of snow.
No, yo me quedo aquí con
Yeah,
mi
we've had 2 days of snow.
No.
She
So
say,
you ran away from our snow. Enjoy your heat.
she say she come back when the temperature.
Yo sigo aquí en mi
Warm.
clase, yo sigo desde Venezuela, from Venezuela.
But we don't have that opportunity.
My class English.
But Lena, what about Nancy? She's used to it being warm all the time.
Tradúceme, Nancy, ¿qué me dijo?
¿Cómo
So
fue?
Nancy, how did you
Nancy,
do
¿qué me
with
dijo?
this snow?
Ah, que sí, usted supo que nevó en estos días.
Sí, yes, lo vi.
Today.
Me lo mandaron en un video. Lo vi en un video. Mi
She said
nieta
she
jugaron
view
con la
the
nieve.
snow in the
Sorry.
video.
Mis
Yes,
nietas
yes.
jugaron con la nieve y me mandaron el video.
Today is cool.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Well, I didn't have to go out, so I didn't go out.
Beautiful.
Yes, it's
Pero-
nice out there, but I stay inside.
Sí, here.
Okay.
Viendo desde aquí, sí. Here.
All right. Well, enjoy
All
your
right.
warm.
Viendo
Enjoy
desde
warm
aquí.
for us.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Happy
Have a good
night.
week.
Happy night.
Bye. Bye,
Mrs.
Mrs. Wanda. Thank you
Wanda.
so much.
Happy night.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Nancy, feliz. Bye. Ay, qué bien. Very
Bye.
well.
Enjoy Venezuela.